So the written test consisted of 3 questions. They were going to pay me around 1100 euros per month. The next question was a competency-based question. You can apply with any nationality. It's been a while. It's been almost a whole year since I last posted, and I know that is a long time. So if you guys want to know where I've been these past few months, you can keep on watching, or if you're more interested in the internship, then you can skip to the next chapter. So for those of you who have watched my last video, I mentioned that I was interning with SE for All during that time. Now that internship ended in January 2024, and since then I have been jobless. Even though I do have good experience in international organizations, but still nothing. So I've been just job hunting, and currently I am in Norway staying with my family. Anyway, the reason that I disappeared for the past few months was that I was so demotivated. I feel like it was much easier to create content when I was living alone. I had much more content to share back then. But the reason that motivated me to continue making videos again is you guys. Till today's date, I receive so many comments from you guys where you are liking my videos, loving them, and asking me to create more informative videos. So this is because of you guys. Someone even commented asking that, hey, is she alive? So of course I had to come back here and tell you guys that yes, I am. So when I was applying to jobs and didn't hear back from anywhere, I decided to also apply to internships. Now, during this time, I applied to an internship in UNICEF. I applied to this internship in April and I got a response from them in July. So my advice to you here is that keep patience, don't lose hope, and keep applying to other opportunities in the meantime as well. So a little overview of the internship that I applied to was that it was based in Budapest, Hungary. They were going to pay me around 1100 euros per month. I had to be present in Budapest to do the internship, and the role was related to HR and finance both. And the duration of the internship was 12 months. So how I found this internship was through unjobnet.org. This website is amazing because they have so many job opportunities and you can filter according to your own interests. For example, if you want to search for HR, you can just filter HR and they will show you all the jobs or internships that are available. So the eligibility criteria for most of the UN internships is you need to be enrolled in a bachelor's, master's, or a PhD program. If you're graduated, you should be graduated not longer than 1 to 3 years ago. Now that depends on the organization that you're applying to. For example, in the IAEA, their criteria is that you should not be graduated more than a year ago. So you have to just read the job description carefully, and everything is always mentioned in the job description. You can apply with any nationality, and most of these internships, they help you with the visa. So I applied to this internship in April, and as I already told you, I got a response from them in July. They sent me an email inviting me for a written test assessment. Now, how a written test works is they will send you an email with all the rules that you have to follow. They provide you with a date and time when the test will be taken. So on that day, they sent me an email with the link of the test, which was valid for 24 hours. Now, I could complete the test anytime within those 24 hours. But once I started the test, I just had an hour to finish it. Now, the rules were that I had to turn on my camera and my screen was constantly being recorded. So no chat GPT, no asking for help from anyone, and just attempting it yourself. So the written test consisted of 3 questions. First question was very, very easy. They asked me what motivated me to apply for the program and what skills I can contribute to the role. So that was pretty easy. I think they gave me around 15 minutes to solve this question. In the next question, they gave me a scenario, which I will put on the screen so that you can get an idea of what it was like. In these type of questions, they test your communication skills, how effectively you can communicate with other team members, and how good you are in writing. The third question was related to finance, where they gave me 3 types of invoices and I had to describe them. So after a couple of days, I got an email from them where they told me that I have successfully passed the test and they were inviting me for an interview. Now, the interview was 30 minutes long. It consisted of 2 people taking the interview. In the first 15 minutes, they gave me an overview of the internship program. The next 15 minutes were for me, where they asked me 2 questions. So I answered the first question for about 3 minutes, where I discussed all my past experiences, what skills I have, how I can contribute to the role. I also talked about my personality. So my advice to you here is be yourself, talk about what skills you have, talk how you can contribute to the role, what you can bring, and also tell them that you're willing to learn new skills. The next question was a competency-based question. In these type of questions, they want you to use the STAR method. If you don't know what the STAR method is, there are plenty of videos out there that can help you. So for this question, I asked them to give me a minute to think. And during that minute, I thought about a situation that happened at work and started talking about it after a minute. So these were the questions that were asked in the interview. And the next day, I got another email from them where they were inviting me for a second round interview. Now, before proceeding to the second round interview, I asked them if there's a possibility that I can do the internship remotely, because for some reason I was not able to move to Budapest at this time, to which they replied that no, I had to be present there and work in Budapest. So I told them that it's difficult for me to move to Budapest at this time, and the recruitment process just ended here. But this was my experience and I wanted to share it with you guys because I know a lot of people want to know what it is like to give these type of interviews. So this was my experience. Some advice that I want to give you is that always apply to paid internships, because when they pay you a stipend, that stipend is enough to cover all your main expenses. If you're not getting a stipend, if the internship is unpaid, then how are you going to manage your expenses? So always apply to paid internships. I have 2 videos where I'm talking about organizations that are paying interns, so make sure you check them out. The next suggestion is to apply to multiple internships. Don't just apply to internships directly related to your field, because there are many internships where they just require basic skills like MS Office skills, good communication skills, ability to write emails effectively, blah, 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 which doesn't require you to have any kind of technical skills. And lastly, don't lose hope. Before I got the IAEA internship, I had 2 different internship interviews and I did not get selected for them. So when I got selected for the IAEA, it was my 3rd attempt. So make sure that you apply to multiple internships. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.